Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma rabbi zidni ilma. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome dear students on the subject of Internet Architecture and Protocols. It's Ghulam Yasin, lecturer in Computer Science, University of Education Lahore, DG Khan campus. Dear students, our today's lecture topic is again quality of service. This is our last lecture regarding quality of service. We have discussed in detail regarding quality of service in our previous two lectures as well, and I hope that you have understand the quality of service in networks, and you have also analyzed that quality of service is how much important while data transmission is done by sender and the acknowledgement is sent by receiver. So some contents which we have covered and which we will cover in today's lecture: quality of service, techniques for quality of service, integrated services, differentiated services, multimedia services, and real-time interactive applications. Differentiated services. Differentiated services represents a computer networking architecture that specifies a simple, scalable, and coarse-grained mechanism for classifying, managing network traffic, and providing quality of service. So dear students, over here there are two important concepts: computer networking architecture. So computer networking architecture means a complete networking model by which we can be able to transfer data. So computer networking model contains different types of devices, different types of media, different types of servers, and so on, different types of software application as well, different type of softwares as well. So on the right side you can see a full network. In full network there are different components, and these components are not properly managed, and these components are like scattered. But below the full network diagram there is another diagram which is shown like coarse grained network, in which network is properly managed, network components are properly managed, and if the network is properly managed we can judge the quality of service of that network. So network must be properly managed, network devices must be properly deployed, network management softwares must be properly deployed, IDS and IPS, which are intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, different antivirus softwares must be properly deployed, and after that network engineer, a network manager will be able to judge the quality of that network. So to judge the quality of network, network must be properly deployed. Second point, a differentiated model is a model that is appropriate for aggregate flows. Aggregate flows means the flow of multiple users. So this is aggregation. So when there are multiple users on a single network, on a single media, using the concept of multiplexing, the quality of service is very important for this network. Next point, it alleviates the bottleneck through efficient management of current corporate network resources. If the network resources are properly managed, then the bottleneck, then the issues, then the hurdles, then the network congestion can be easily controlled and easily managed by different softwares and by different experts, network engineers. Integrated services. Integrated services is an architecture to specify the elements to guarantee quality of service. As we have discussed earlier that integrated services are used to provide resources to different applications, and if any application need a high level of resource or high level of resources, then the integrated services must be able to provide these resources to that application, and hence the quality of service will be controlled. Second point, integrated services can be used to delete the receiver interruption for the video and sound. So what is interruption? Interruption may be to stop any service, to interrupt any service. So there must be some mechanism from server to control this interruption. So this interruption will be controlled by integrated services, by different servers options, by different softwares to control the quality of service. The integrated service idea is to let every router in the system implements integrated services, and let every application requires some kind of guarantees to make an individual reservation. So integrated services based is on reservation of resources. So when the resources will be reserved for individual application, then the quality of service will be automatically high. But the main and important point is the resources must be able to provide different services. Our resources must be provisioned to provide different services. So there must be enough pool of resources to provide best quality of service. If the pool of resources is low, definitely quality of service will be affected, while there are more applications and there are less resources. Next point, the integrated services structure can be implemented through the following components: the signaling protocols, resource reservation protocol, RSVP, and admission control routine. So these are different mechanisms. Signaling protocol, this is used for establishing different channels or establishment different connections, and RSVP is used to provide reservation of resources. Integrated services continued, the classifier, the packet scheduler. What is classifier? This is again used for classification, for traffic classification, for packets classifications, for user classification. If the user need high bandwidth, then he or she will be classified in some specific group, in group 1, and if the user needs low bandwidth, then he or she will be classified in group 2 or in any other specific categorization. What is packet scheduler? When the packets will be transmitted from source to destination by intermediate different devices, and these devices are normally routers. So routers normally schedule those packets, arrange those packets, and on the receiver side, if there is out of delivery data transmission, then the receiver side will rearrange the packet according to sequence. In operating system also, there are two terms which are used for scheduling different processes, that is low term and high term scheduler. Scheduling is basically to arrange different packets or different processes. This model requires explicit signaling mechanism to convey information to routers so that they can provide the requested resources. So when the packet will be received by the router, there must be some mechanism. For example, packet number 1 will be received, and after that packet number 2 will be received, packet number 3, and so on. So as the packets will be received, when the network path will be available, router will transmit those packets towards those paths which are free or which are available. So this is basically scheduling mechanism which is done by router. RSVP is one of the most widely known example of such a signaling mechanism. In the previous slide we have discussed resource reservation protocol. So this is used by router to provide resources, to allocate resources on the basis of demand, on the basis of request. Integrated services example, data path per flow classification. Dear students, in this diagram you can see the sender, receiver, and in between a cloud and different devices. Normally these devices are, let's suppose, routers, and routers will transmit our packet with the help of different parameters, and ultimately the packet will be received by receiver. So in this slide, per flow classification means the flow from one device to another device. Let's suppose you can see the sender and the first connected router or first connected device, which is also called edge router or edge device. So there must be flow control between sender and this device. If there is no flow, definitely data will be lost. So flow control or per flow classification is between two devices, between two connected devices. Again, you can see the same diagram. There is sender and receiver, and in between there are multiple devices. And over here, per flow buffer management, there is another word which is buffer. So now you can see the arrow towards a specific device, and that device contains a buffer which is shown in red area, and the arrow is again in the color of red, and you can see the arrow exactly towards buffer. So what is buffer? Every device which is router contains some specific memory which is called buffer. When the packet will be received by this router or edge router or any other router, that router will keep that packet towards itself for some specific time, because the router will perform some processing on that packet, and when the processing will be completed, the packet will be transmitted on the next available path. So the memory, the space on which packet will be saved for some specific time is called buffer. So buffer management is again very important while transmitting data from one router to another router. Again same diagram, and over here you can see sender, receiver, in between routers, and a specific image of cloud which is also called internet. So this is integrated services example, data path. So over here you can see a complete data path between sender and receiver, and between sender and receiver there are four routers or four devices, and you can see this is established path between sender and receiver, and this is called circuit switching. Because if the path is predefined, if the path is pre-established, the data or the packets will be transmitted on this specific path, and this concept is called circuit switching, and hence data will be transmitted from router 1 to router 2, router 2 to router 3, router 3 to router 4, and ultimately the packet or the data or the files will be received by receiver. Multimedia, quality of service, what is it? Multimedia applications. Dear students, although we have discussed regarding multimedia in detail, but over here you can see what is multimedia: network audio and video, continuous media, which is live streaming. When you will use YouTube, you are in the mode of continuous media mode. So these are multimedia applications, and these applications need high quality of service. So you can see a diagram over here. There is a computer, and on the other side there is a device which is basically DSL device, and the data is transmitted between two devices, sender and receiver, with the help of a predefined specific transmission system. And you can see over here different telephones, different routers. So this is basically network, and every network contains different devices, different routers, switching devices, different media, different technologies, different multiplexing techniques, different modems, and so on. So ultimately data is transmitted between sender and receiver. So what is quality of service? Network provides application with level of performance needed for application to function. So high level of performance is called again quality of service. The application needs resources, the application needs bandwidth, the application needs no latency, the application needs no jitter. So high level of performance is called quality of service, and this quality of service is very important in every type of applications, especially in multimedia applications. Streaming stored multimedia. What is streaming stored multimedia? Dear students, multimedia applications or multimedia is definitely stored at one place. If we talk about YouTube, all the videos which you browse or which you see live, those videos are predefined, saved on specific server. But when you open YouTube or any video, then the streaming will be started. So it depends on your device, it depends on the bandwidth which you are going to use. The speed of that streaming will be low or very high. So what is streaming? Media stored at source, transmitted to client. Media is transmitted from server to client. What is streaming? Client playout begins before all data has arrived. So there is a streaming process, or you can also say a buffering process, 10%, 20%, 30, 40 and 100%. When the buffering will be completed 100% for some specific time, for 5 minutes you can see the movie, you can see the video for 5 minutes, and after that again the buffering will be started, and after 100% completion you can see more 5 minutes video and so on. But again this is dependent on the speed of your internet, on the speed of your specific internet service providers, and definitely if the bandwidth is high, if the speed is very good, the buffering and the streaming process will be best or good. Last point, timing constraints for still to be transmitted data in time for playout. Time is very important. Timing constraints are very important. If the bandwidth is good, network connection is good, the transmitted data time will be low. And if the network speed is low, if the bandwidth is low, data transmitted time will be high. Interactive real-time multimedia applications, IP telephony. We have discussed about IP telephony, video conference, distributed interactive words. So this is basically interactive applications example. End-to-end delay requirements. In these type of applications, end-to-end delay normally is not acceptable. If we talk about audio file, then less than 150 millisecond delay is good. Less than 400 millisecond delay is okay. It includes application level and network delay. Higher delay noticeable impair interactivity. In data network, we use transmission impairments. Transmission impairments are problems while transmitting data, and these impairments are, you have studied in data communication and computer network course. These impairments are noise, these impairments are delay, these impairments are crosstalk, these impairments are attenuation. So while transmission of real-time multimedia or interactive applications, we can't afford attenuation, we can't afford delay, we can't afford crosstalk, and we can't afford any type of noise. And the last point is session initialization. What is basically session? Session is a specific predefined time between sender and receiver. So how does a device advertise its IP address, port number, encoding algorithm? This is for just 150 millisecond or 0.150 second. So session initialization, different information, IP addresses, port number, different algorithms, these are shared for create session just in 150 millisecond. So dear students, we have completed in detail our quality of service topic, and in short, quality of service means the best level, the best performance level of any network, and the quality is also called the customer satisfaction. If the customer is satisfied, the network quality is good, and if the customer is not satisfied, we can say that the quality of network is not good. So dear students, thank you very much for your concentration, for your learning, for your passion. I hope best of luck for all of you always.